A spokesperson for Sacred Heart say they themselves are getting that exact question. There's multiple agencies involved, so I went to each of them to find out who's footing the bill. For the last 24 hours, 4 patients who tested positive for the COVID-19 coronavirus have been under the care of the Special Pathogens Unit at Sacred Heart. We don't know a lot about the patients, their gender, age, or where they're even from. Preparations for their arrival, though, began years ago in the wake of the Ebola virus. That's when Sacred Heart received a $1.6 million grant from the Department of Health and Human Services. This paid for construction and equipment for the facility. Sacred Heart says funding has been renewed for the facility for 2020 to pay for the facility and education. But we want to know how much it will cost to treat these 4 patients specifically. The hospital says a decision on how this will be paid for will take time. So to get context, we looked at how much the Ebola virus cost the federal government. The CDC says it cost the U.S. government more than $2.3 billion. There was nearly 29,000 reported Ebola cases worldwide. Right now, there are more than 76,000 confirmed coronavirus cases worldwide. Obviously, these are 2 very different diseases, but it could give insight about how much this could cost if the virus keeps spreading. We also reached out to the Spokane Regional Health District and the City of Spokane. A spokesperson for the city says police helped with security and transportation of the patients from the airport to the hospital, but costs were minimal and no hard costs have occurred to date. The hospital told us yesterday that the Department of Health and Human Services requested that Spokane take on these patients. So we reached out to DHHS to find out if they're footing the bill, if the federal government will take care of these bills, but we have not yet heard back. We're also waiting for more specific answers from Providence to find out how much it costs to care for these patients each and every single day that they're here and who will get those bills. We'll let you know when we find out. Reporting live from Spokane tonight, I'm Tim Pham, KREM 2 News.